Today in /malicious compliance. The time I pulled an act of malicious compliance on my teacher. Hey guys, sorry for any grammar or punctuation mistakes as I am writing on my phone. Time frame back in my school days. The story. Back when I was doing my quizzes here in England, I had a fantastic maths teacher. Before I get into that, I need to provide a bit of context. Since I was 9 years old, my parents put me in a private school. This was because the school was very close to my dad's workplace. My dad, a doctor, couldn't send me to a public school because of the distance to it, which was over 20 miles, I believe, to my closest public school, hence why they placed me in a private school. This is not a brag in any means, so please do not consider it so. Moving on to year 10, which is the first year of quizzes in England. So in our school, for both your core subjects, which are maths, English language and literature, and a language, with the core subjects, a role of my school was depending on your ability and grades in tests. Shown in your previous year, year 9, you would be assigned to an appropriate class. The classes for the core subjects were arranged in order of abilities of the students. I was somewhat good at maths, so I was placed in the advanced maths group. This group contained kids who were good at maths and were predicted A in the exam at the end of the year. Skipping ahead to 2 months before the main exams, and the mock exams are coming up in order to prepare us. My family have always pushed me to do my best, so in order to not let them down for supporting me, I was willing to put in the effort, plus I enjoyed maths as well. The teacher again was one of my favorite teachers in the place. He was the macho, hardcore, well-built person, and the kind that goes on expeditions to Everest or insert any other tall mountain here. He was not only my personal tutor, but also my leader for a program that is running up known as the Duke of Edinburgh Award, DOF. It is an understatement to say I admired him as a teacher. So in the advanced class, in preparation for our exams, the school provides us with past papers of which you can request more should you need. These papers came in packets of 5. This packet is supposed to last you a week, relevant later. Our teacher makes us do them in class to work on, during which he focuses on his work with the DOF hour I mentioned earlier. So that's everything for the context. Now on to the malicious compliance. Cast. Me, yours truly, Robert Rob, cool teacher. Rob, at start of class, in the beginning of the week. Okay, begin working on your packet of papers. Begins working on past paper and gets stuck on question 40 minutes later. Raises hand. Sir. Rob, yes, op, what's your question? Me, I am struggling with this question. Rob looks at question. Op, why are you stuck there? That is such an easy question, else by now. Me, slightly irritated as I felt like he called me dumb with that statement. So you mean to say I can do anything else should I be done with my questions? Is that correct? Rob, you can, as long as you have completed all your questions. Proceeds to explaining to me how to do the question. Me, thank you, sir. I think I understand it now, still irritated. So this is where I begin my act of compliance. So when I went home, under the guide of homework, I began working on the packet, answering all of the questions in all papers, looking up the method to solve those I am finding difficult. Then I even proceed to find similar question to those and do those. At 9 p.m. I am done. After starting straight after I got back from school at 4:30 p.m. with all the papers and all the questions, including the ones I was struggling with. The following day, I bring my packet of test papers and sit down. Once registration is done, the teacher tells us again to begin working on our papers. At this point, I bring out my iPod Touch and my headphones, as those were allowed in class as long as you don't distract other with your music, and begin playing game. Halfway through the class, one of my classmates next to me asks him a question regarding one of the questions in the paper. When he walks over, finishes helping my classmate out, and proceeds to walk back, he notices me playing on my iPod. This is the conversation that proceeds. Rob, why are you playing on your iPod? Why are you not working on your papers? Well, I am done with my papers, so I thought I could play games whilst I wait for class to end. Rob, all of them. Me, yes, all of them. Rob, I don't believe you. Show me your packet. Me hands over my packet, and Rob proceeds to mark through the papers. Rob, you really did all of them? When? Me, at home. You never said we could not work on these at home. Rob, no, I didn't. You are right, but you know that once you were done, you should have asked me for more papers. Me, sorry about that, Rob. Won't happen again. Rob goes to the teacher's office to grab me a new packet to work on. If you think that is the end, oh no, it doesn't end there. So the process of me working on the papers continued, and 2 weeks later I managed to finish all of the packets, the Friday of the second week. Me, Rob, I finished the last packet you gave me. Can you check it over? Rob, I sure, hand it over. Proceeds to marking all 5 papers using the mark scheme. Well done, up. You got 95% in all of the papers. Me, good. So what is the next paper pack I need to work on? Rob, I don't have any more. You finished all of them. All 50 papers that we prepared are finished. So for now, work on this exam paper in the back of this book. Brings out old-looking maths book and hands it to me. Me, okay, sure, no problem. Begins working and finishes paper in an hour. I'm done. Rob, that was fast. Let me see. Checks over the questions and marks them 100%. Amazing job. Oh. Me, thank you. So considering the fact that I am one with all the papers you provided me, can I play now? You did say I could do anything once I am done. Rob, relents ye, sure, you managed to do everything and finished all questions. I think you will be fine for the exam, so go ahead. Can I ask you one thing though? Can you help your friends and classmates should they have any questions? Me, sure, not an issue. Puts on my headphones and begin playing Device City on my iPod. That is the end to my tale of malicious compliance on the teacher. I ended up helping a good portion of my friends and classmates, so I was so far ahead of my friends in terms of the papers and questions during those classes, but mainly I spent a good portion of time playing games. Surprisingly, when it came to the mock paper, I also got 100% in that, followed by the main exam, in which I got 97%, otherwise an A. As I was helping my friends out and was performing well, Rob didn't ever bother me again, but I did continue practicing a good portion of questions from another maths textbook I had. Told her, teacher calls me stupid. I work harder than everyone in my class and surpass them in order to play games on my iPod Touch. Thank you for reading my essay. Please do not hesitate to ask any questions. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the bell, and whatever else our YouTube overlords require nowadays.